Hello, you guys. So, I have a topic for you today, and this is something we are talking about not only in relationships, but we are talking about it in our households as it pertains to being a parent. I was actually sitting around and I was thinking about this many years ago, and it just came up in a conversation with my sister. And I have to honestly say that I thank God for where I am and that I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I have the results to prove it. Now, probably 8 years ago, seven, give or take, I would say no. And we have to think about this as it pertains to relationships, right? We know that we want our children to be better than us, right? That's what we should want. But are we being a repeat offender or a change maker? That's something we have to think about, because clearly what we're saying to our children is not lining up with our actions. And some of us find it hard to believe, but that is just the mere truth. The word tells us in John 8 that we shall know the truth, and the truth we know shall make us free. But if you don't know it, then it's not going to make you free, because we believe that it's our truth. We're going to hold on to it and we're going to get the results we want to see. And no, you are not going to get the results you want to see in your child's life. And they may not never line up with what you want to see, because that's their life. But it's part of the plan to not only maturing them, but maturing you, because as parents, you can't be with them everywhere. But what you can do is set the example and not be repeat offenders. And I was talking to my sister about this, because sometimes we can be our own demise. We are our worst enemy, right? And we can sit back and think that we have these great desires that we want to have, but ultimately those desires are just desires until you put something into action. You have to have an action plan. If you keep getting the same results, you need to change something. So we have to think about it. What have we changed, if anything? And that's just the harsh reality and the harsh truth. If we haven't changed anything, we're not going to get the same. We're going to get the same results, right? So as we talk about being parents, think about this. I need you to sit with this as a parent, because I had to sit with this. I have two children, and I did not want my son to become something. I didn't want my daughter to become something. But if I don't display or set that example, they will become part of what I don't want them to be. Clearly, because I am it, or I have accepted it. Ooh, thank you, God. I am it, or I have accepted it. So that could be accepting it in a relationship. You could say that, okay, well, I want better for my life and this, that, and the third. But what are you compromising on? Is what you're saying and your actions lining up with the same? Is it the plan that God has for your life? Do you know the plan He has for your life? What are you believing God for? Are you believing God for subpar, or are you believing God for the best? And even down to my daughter, I had to explain to her some things she think is okay. And I'm like, no, that's not okay. So we have to show her what is not okay. We have to show her the other half of, this may look like that. You think that is normal. This is what it should be. So as a parent, we have to be change makers. Think to yourself, are you a repeat offender? Meaning, are you getting the same results and expecting something different? Or are you being a change maker? Meaning, you are a woman or man of your word, that this is what you're not going to tolerate with. You don't want your child to become that or accept that. So you change for yourself and for what God has for you. Think about that and you be surprised. This is not condemnation. This is a reality check, not only for you, but also for me. Because reality is, think about this. At the age you are and where you are, do you want your child to become that? That's just mere reality. at the age you are and where you are, do you want your child to become that? I can say yes now, but if you would ask me that 7 years ago, I would say no. No, don't become what I am today. But that's only because I have done the work. And I want you to do the same. If you need to do the work, do the work. Better yourself for you and for where God is trying to take you, because you got someone under you looking at you, and not just someone under you. You got someone always watching you and trying to learn from you. So what are we putting out there, to be a repeat offender or a change maker? Until next time,